back to Monroe Monday, June the 13th. I have with us now Cecilia Stevens, and we're going to talk about the Heart of Tompkinsville. And they will be having a event this Friday evening, is that right?
That's correct. I just want to welcome everybody out Friday at 5 o'clock. 3rd and Magnolia. We'll be having a car show. There is no cost to that. Just come and enjoy. We'll have free entertainment with Cody Thompson. Will be performing a concert during that. Miss Anita with RNS Barbecue will be selling her barbecue for as a fundraiser for the Field of Dreams project. So she'll be downtown. The museum will be open, and just look forward to seeing everybody Friday afternoon.
So tell us a little bit about the Heart of Tompkinsville.
Okay. The Heart of Tompkinsville began in 2011. This was when Jeff Proffitt was the mayor of Tompkinsville, and he had a kind of a leadership class, some things to get some people working together to beautify downtown. And it was organized, and it's been going since 2011. And it just is a group that comes together. You don't have to be a business owner, just to take pride in our town. A lot of the local small towns have kind of dried up, and they're they just don't look very nice. And this group works very hard to get people together to keep our downtown looking nice. We have the Garden Club who does the flower pots. The Heart of Tompkinsville did the benches that are downtown. They also had a group that came in and painted a lot of the stores, and that's been almost 10 years ago now. That's kind of hard to believe.
I remember that,
Was that all the storefronts that they painted?
And the backs.
And the backs.
And the backs. It was probably a group of 150 people that came together to get that done. I don't know if you remember, Dr. Grisham came in and had a meeting at the high school and talked about ways to beautify your downtown and keep businesses going downtown. And so the Heart of Tompkinsville is just a group that comes together for the pride of Tompkinsville. We just want to keep Tompkinsville looking nice.
And it's been upgraded since then. I mean, from the painting on up, the storefronts and even though some of the businesses are still, or some of the buildings are still vacant, not many of them, but they put things in the windows to beautify them. And
right. And the most important thing I didn't mention was that we want to shop local. We want to support our small businesses downtown and all over Tompkinsville. That's very important. And Heart of Tompkinsville has had summer concerts. We've tried to have other beautification projects like the fall decorations, the Christmas decorations. We're getting ready now to get American flags up. We should have done that about a week ago, but our flags are on back order. So we'll have those up hopefully by the 4th of July and lining the downtown area. So we would invite you to join the Heart of Tompkinsville group. It meets the 3rd Monday of each month at the EDC building at 5 o'clock. And we welcome everyone to come. If you love Tompkinsville and you want to see it looking nice, please come join this group. They're a good group.
Yeah, they are. They sure are. Also, let's talk a little bit about the Historical Society. I believe you're part of that also.
The Historical Society will have the museum open Friday night during the cruise in, but the Historical Society is another group that does a lot in Tompkinsville. If you've not been to the Geno Room, which is in the top of the courthouse, you need to go visit there. Those ladies are really on the ball, and they have a lot of information. If you're interested in family history or any kind of Monroe County history, they got it for you. That room is packed full. Also, our local museum, I was there yesterday. We're running out of room.
Yeah.
If you've not visited the museum in a while, you need to go back. It is just filled with treasures. And what I tell people is, every time we have someone who passes away, we lose a lot of history. If those families would consider donating, even if you don't think it's anything anybody would want, run it by the museum, run it by the Geno Room. those ladies will go through it, and I guarantee you they'll find some value in keeping those history family facts alive. So
What is the Geno room? I mean, is
it
Geno a
is
person's name, or is this a genealogy?
genealogy. That's
Okay.
what I'm referring to.
Okay.
They have books and books of family history.
Mhm.
They have lots of pictures. They have yearbooks.
Going all the way back to around what, the
I'm not exactly.
1900s, 1850s,
I'd say
Civil
before
War?
then.
Really? Okay.
Yes, they have a one group of, and I hope I'm telling this right. Lady donated a Bible that was hid in a cave during the Civil War, and they have that Bible on display, and it's just full. I know someone was trying to find their, what is it, the Revolutionary War people. You have to prove that you had
Daughters
The
of
Daughters of the
daughters. That's what I'm trying to say, and they found that in that Bible from the Civil War.
Wow,
So they.
I know here not too long ago somebody came to Monroe County, and I'm not sure how they found the information, but anyway, they were looking for some information, and they found out about Monroe County had some names of their relatives, and they had searched far and wide for information, and when they come to Monroe County, within 30 minutes they found everything they needed to know, and they were just excited. I mean, they said they'd been looking forever for all this information, and when they walked in that room, when they left there, they knew everything they was looking for.
They have people from all over the United States. I think just recently had someone from California who came and spent the week here. They went to Old Mulkey. They went to our local library, and our local library is another great source for history and background on families. They have a lot there also. So we're blessed in Monroe County. But if you don't save history, you lose it. So consider donating things to the museum or to the Geno room. They would appreciate it. I know.
I know when you're in middle school, a lot of times one of the classes always do like a family tree or something.
Mhm.
That's something to get a hold of and to archive it. I mean, if you have to, take it to the genealogy room, take it somewhere and save it.
Right.
And that way it is saved.
Uh-huh.
Just don't do it for a class project. Put it out there somewhere so it'll be saved for generations.
Right now, the Historical Society is, like I said, they meet this Thursday night at 6 o'clock, and they meet in the top of the courthouse in the old courtroom. And we welcome you to come and be a part of that group. We are talking now with Miss Thompson at the high school and hoping to set up a club for our high school history club to get younger people interested in the history of not only Monroe County, but the Kentucky, and we have a lot to be proud of here. So
Of course, we have we have two books. We have the Monroe County History Volume 1, Volume 2.
mhm.
The first one was, is it red or black?
Red, I believe.
Red, and the second one was black. I'm not sure. But anyway, then we also have I won't call it a third volume, but we have the cemetery book, the Monroe County Cemetery book, and that's pretty interesting because it has all the cemeteries in Monroe County and the names that are there, and I know a lot of people use those to find their relatives and and ancestors and stuff.
And the retired teachers did a one-room school history book. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I didn't think.
And they are working on another book. It's just ready to go to press, and it's the history of Monroe County. So maybe that one will be out soon. I know it's
So
almost
it's a
ready.
Monroe County History book also.
It is.
Volume 3, basically.
The first one was used to fund the when they moved the one-room schoolhouse behind the middle school. That helped with expenses for that, and I'm not sure what this second one will be used for. So,
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Monroe Monday. Welcome back to Monroe Monday, June the 13th. I'm with Cecilia Stevens, and we were talking about the Historical Society and the Historical and Genealogical Room, and also the museum. let's go over some times again. Of course, the museum is open on Sundays.
On Sunday from 2 to 4. It's also open by appointment. If you're having a reunion, family reunion, class reunion, whatever, contact Sharon Hale or Sydney Hale. They will get it open for you. They're just very good to work with and do a lot of hard work, volunteer work to keep the museum up and going. We're a nonprofit, get no funds, so they do sell a few little calendars and historical things at the museum to pay the light bill and the water bill and those things that need to be paid. But it's open every Sunday, 2 to 4, and by appointment. So the Geno Room is open on Wednesday. I think I don't know if it's 9 to 12 or 8 to 12, but they will also open by appointment too. You can contact Deborah Walden or Dorothy Pear, Eddie and Ellen Hedrick. They're there every Wednesday morning faithfully. And we want to thank our fiscal court, Judge Page and others for letting use those rooms in the top of the courthouse. That's been very valuable space for them to keep all those records in.
Yeah, sure has. And then, of course, also the museum will be open this Friday night.
Yes, and there's several new things in the museum. Like I said, if you've not been in a while, take time to stop back by and visit.
Just go in and nice and cool in there.
Yes.
And just roam around. I mean, there is just so much stuff. I mean, it's just so many articles in there. I mean, there's clothing, military items, pictures, stuff I've never even thought about.
Right.
That they even have, you know.
And if you don't want to give your things to the museum, you can put them on loan just so they can be displayed and then you can get them back. A lot of people do donate items, but please consider if you have things that you really don't know what to do with, talk to Sharon and Sid at the museum. I'm sure they can find a space for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of the old high school pictures, of graduation pictures. They were, I guess, saved from
Yes.
being lost.
They have all the composites, I think, but maybe one or that was lost somehow, but they have them from Gamaya and Tompkinsville. My mom's is there from Gamaya in 1955, and my dad's from Tompkinsville in 1945. So I was glad to see those.
And mine in 1985.
Yeah, and mine in 1977.
So that's good there. And like I said, there's a lot of military uniforms and
Is there
a lot of old papers, and just letters.
Is there any furniture, old furniture up there dating?
Oh
way
yes.
back?
Yeah.
One of
A lot.
the neater things that I think they have is the hair curling machine.
Oh yes.
Which it looks like you're going to be electrocuted.
That's what it looks like.
It's-
Looks like a torture device.
Miss Iris Ellen Bartley, I think, donated that to the museum, and it's a popular item. And I think I heard Sharon say she had some summer school groups coming through, so that will be something those kids will say, "What is that?"
It does. It looks like something you would torture somebody with.
They have a lot of display cases that came out of country stores, and there is some antique furniture there, and just a little bit of everything.
Well, that seems like that would be something really nice for somebody to put on loan there. Just because of the age and the fact that it might have been from Tompkinsville or the county, Monroe
Right.
County.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any just old pictures of any kind, you know, anything. I mean, an old store, an old house, or
Yes.
just anything.
Or
Yes.
if a tornado went through or something of that nature, you know, high winds.
Right. I know another display they have is from Dovey's, and they have Miss Dovey's uniform when she first opened the Dovey, or her
Wow.
outfit. So it's hanging there on the wall, and a picture of Dovey Moore. So that's another popular one that people ask about. Lots of military information, and a lot of those are on loan from families. That we appreciate those families sharing them with their community.
And you can go in there, you see different stuff every time, no matter how many times you go in there. It's new every time. Well,
Yeah. A
new
lot
old.
of displays from the schools, Tompkinsville High School and Gamaliel High School and the elementary schools. It's just interesting. Yearbooks, look through yearbooks and like you said, lots of pictures.
It's like a one-room school,
Right.
different items. And things have changed through the years, haven't they, Cecilia?
Yes, it has. And time gets away.
Now, of course, your mother probably taught in a one-room school, did she? Or-
No, actually, she did not teach in a one-room school. She started out teaching at Austin Tracy in Barron County, and then moved to Tompkinsville High School. But I remember I was in the middle of second grade. I went to Tompkinsville High School on the bottom floor in first grade and half of second grade, and then we moved in 66, 67 to the new Tompkinsville Elementary School, and that was very exciting for all of us at that time.
So then you graduated and went right into teaching then, didn't you?
Yes, I knew early on that I wanted to be, because both my parents were teachers.
Right.
So I knew that. So enjoyed 33.5 years of teaching in Monroe County and serving as a school principal and school administrator.
Now, what do you miss the most about it?
The people, the friendships, the daily contact with people. I guess that's why I volunteer.
So you have that contact.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be sort of hard being a teacher in today.
I'm thankful for our teachers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They do a great job, and Monroe County is fortunate to have one of the better school systems in the state, and so kudos
Well,
to.
this past 2 years, I mean, past 3 years, it's really been a hardship on all school systems.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
been a hard year, but they did it,
They did, yeah.
and our schools came out well, and they did well on testing, and the kids seemed to be well adjusted, and so I'm thankful for our school system.
And then also, something the Monroe County to be proud of, we have the zero dropout rate. That's something that a lot of school systems can't say. We
Yeah.
have zero dropout rate.
How does that work?
Everyone does everything possible to keep kids in school. If they see a problem coming early, they address it. 12 years in a row, we've not had a dropout at Monroe County
Get
schools.
out of here.
I mean, if a child comes in and says, I want to drop out, they just don't say, okay. They don't just sign the paper. They say, what can we do to help you? They don't turn their back on them. They don't say, okay, let's go ahead and
Mhm.
just sign that paper.
They care.
They care, exactly. They do something to help that child out. It could be something simple. Maybe that child has to go to work. Okay, that child has to go to work. That school system will work around that, or where maybe they've got to leave school early or something to go to work, but they'll fix it to where they can work in school too, right?
That's correct.
Whatever they can do.
That's amazing. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's one thing that Monroe County can be proud of.
Yes. Like I said, we have a great school system.
And we have. I know there's different categories that schools participate in. Proficiency and I don't know what all they come through, but what do they call it? Blue
ribbon.
Blue ribbon schools.
Yeah, we
and
have several of those.
there's just different things that Kentucky does. And Monroe County and the different school systems have accomplished that. And all of our clubs are beta clubs and STLP, and I don't know what all clubs they are, but they always rank high when they go to competitions, and that says a lot for the students, for the teachers, for the ones that are helping them out, their parents,
Right.
and we go from district, regional, state, all the way to national,
Yes.
so.
We have staff, teachers, and administrators who are very caring. They work with parents. I'm not saying there's not ever problems, because that's just part of it, but they work to solve those problems, and they have a caring heart. So that makes a difference in your school systems.
It does. All right, let's see. We got about 5 minutes left. Once again, go ahead.
I've got just a question here, and this is going back just a little bit. As far as the museum is concerned, this area used to be big. I know this county was, as well as Clay County, for marbles. Do you guys have any marbles or any pictures or anything like that up there? Do you know?
Yes, I do believe there are some marble displays. Right now, I can't think of exactly where they're at in the museum, but I'm sure Sid and Sharon can direct you to those.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, it's getting like world attention now,
Exactly.
and so I was just curious.
Yeah. And like I said, always consider like donating things. People may not think something from the Marble World Dome might not look very, like it's important, but we'd love to have stuff like that in the museum. You know what I'm saying? If there's some kind of
Well, check and see if Randy's marbles are up there. I think he lost them a little while ago.
Possibly. But yes, like you was talking about, marbles, roly-hole marbles.
Yeah.
We've had people from this area, Clay County, have went across the seas and played and come home with, I guess you say, world championships.
yes.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
It does say a lot. It sure
And
does.
of course.
And another thing too, in addition to that, caves. You mentioned caves where the Bible was found. In a cave. Do you have a lot of caves around here that maybe spelunkers or cavers have taken pictures in some of the caves around here? Do you know? Have you seen any of those?
I'm sure there are some. Help me, Randy. What
I
are
don't know,
some
we've
of
got a
the-
lot of caves, but I don't know if there's
Miller's
any-
Cave. There's the one at
I think there's a one called Saltpeter Cave.
yes, several caves in the area. Of course, we have a lot of sinkholes too, so there's a lot of caves. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kentucky is nothing but caves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all connected to Mammoth Cave.
Yeah.
So,
I've never thought about that. They're all connected to Mammoth Cave, but I can see how it could be.
yeah, I mean, it's like even like in Louisville, the Mega Cavern. It's called Mega Cavern. Of course, it's a big cave. I think Kmart is actually built above it.
Huh.
There's a Kmart there, and it's built above it. So when you're driving underneath it, your Kmart's above you there. But the Mega Cavern in Louisville was built as a fallout shelter when the Cuban crisis was going on, and then that's actually what they built it for. Or they didn't build it, but that's what it was going to be used for.
Well, I'll be darned.
So if you ever go through a tour of the Mega Cavern, they'll talk about that, and they have some replicas of like things down there, people and cots and stuff laying down there, and how it would be if there was ever a
need for
fallout shelter.
Yeah. A lot of people, I'm from Nashville, a lot of people, there are a few caves down there. A lot of people have gone through the caves as a music hall, dancing and music inside the caves. Cumberland County is one of them.
speaking of Cumberland County in that area, the Center Point Elbow area, that's where a lot of my family came from, and I know they have several caves where they found a lot of Indian artifacts.
Yeah.
Near the river and in those caves. So some of that, we have some of that at the museum also.
That's right. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Appreciate Cecilia coming in, and be listening in for the encore presentation tonight at 6 p.m. And also be watching Monroe for the video of it on Facebook. MYROE. Hope everyone has a great day and enjoy.